Hey, and welcome to this new video. We're gonna start this video with a short unboxing, and then I want to show you with two of the items in this box how I'm gonna use them with the horses. So this box is not sponsored, but I do know I'm gonna get questions with where did I get this, and I got it from Applejack, which is a Dutch tech store, but they also have a applejack.com website where you can, I think, order internationally. The least interesting things is that I got two new hay nets. I got the grosso, the biggest one, and they have two sizes, and then I get the smaller one of them, and a full bale of hay fits in that. I feed the midi bales, so they're 120 kilos each, and these work perfectly for that. So in December I got a gift card as a thank you from one of my lesson clients, and the task was to buy something for the horses for the place there. And something like this has been on my wish list for a long time, but I always thought it's 23 euros, but I always thought it was too expensive to just buy. I'd rather just buy hay or food or things where we can build with, things that are more important in my mind. This is a feeding ball, but you can use it as a toy. There is a hole in there, and that's it, just one hole. And you can put treats in here. The plan is to use these in the hay boxes when a hay bale is finished. So then we take the net out, and then we can put this one in, because we of course feed the horses once a week and they last a week. But of course one bale is always first to be finished, and then we can put this in. So I'm very excited to try this one out. And I'm maybe even more excited with this one. This is a snuffle mat. Snuffle mat. I'm not sure what the English term for that is. This one has been in the market for a few months now, and it's been kind of going like viral in the Netherlands, like as in I see it all the time, and I also see it all the time with people who don't even know what to really do with it. So that's what you're gonna see with me later at the horses. So this is a brain game exercise. If you've been following me for a while, you know how much I love doing brain games. Just with a normal, I can get it here. So our dog is a fast eater. This is her feeding bowl, and we put this next to it. This is a very common, maybe I can sit over here. Nice. So this is a very common brain game for both dog owners and horse owners. It's just made of fleece material, knotted in the back. You can just buy it like this, as is, and you can throw treats on it, and then your dog or your horse will go looking for it. But there are probably like millions of brain games you can think of. Another thing we do for Poissy, our dog, and I also often do this with Aslan, is get a bucket with toys in it. So of course this is a little bit of an overload. This is just her stuffed animals, but also hard things, like these are for hey, are you here? These are for the sand. We got these clods, balls. We also got her wooden, you want this? Her wooden sticks that she can, yeah, you like that one. You can take it with. Enjoy. So this really helps, so she isn't chucking it in, and it's an exercise for her since she is a Australian Shepherd. So she is very smart and she has a lot of energy. So this is also a nice mental activity because they really have to look for it. And that is also what this is about. Of course, this is a more upgraded version. It looks pretty, but it's basically just a brain game like you can get for a lower budget. This one is from Excellent, and it's made of rubber I think it might actually be quite easy for Aslan, but Lindy has never done brain games before, at least not with me. So I'm very excited to try that out. I made it to the barn with the mat and also with the ball, but I'm hoping the owner from Presto, Pina, will come now as well with treats that he is able to eat, that he's allowed to eat. Because we do have one empty hay box, so that's the perfect opportunity to even test it already the way I want it to be tested in the hay box. So I'm excited. First, I got my halter with me and I'm gonna get Aslan out because I don't have treats that are safe for Presto right now, so I can't just do this in the paddock. So I'm gonna take him out of here, I think, because here we have relatively clean ground instead of the mud, because I just think it's a shame that it's gonna be dirty so soon. I tested it with Poissy, with our dog, yesterday, so I'll insert those clips here and then I'm gonna get Aslan. I've got him, but I'm just gonna wait behind the fence for a second for this truck. Not that Aslan gets scared of it, but the other horses are usually running these days. It's okay. He's just a little impatient. But usually Kate really bolts off. And of course, when I'm focusing on a little game with him, that might scare him too, because he's just not prepared for being scared of something. So let's take our unofficial route out, because we are reinforcing the fence with the pallet. And then let's see how he thinks, what he thinks of the snuffle mats, of the brain game. You ready? You already found it? Everything is interesting here. Okay, let's set you on the tripod. We've got an audience. That's nice, you guys. Oh, I thought we were gonna turn around that way. Come. Okay. So the most important thing about the brain games is introducing them in steps. First on the height of their chest or their face. And you really watch their signals. So is he interested? Is he scared? Is there tension? Is there stress? You see, mostly, because Aslan does this a lot, you can see that he's basically already searching for the right answer, for treats, for what should I do with this. He's trying to get them with his mouth, he's trying to move them around. And then when he shows that, no, this is fine, you can introduce it as a next step on the ground. So I'm not doing any treats in there yet. Like that. And that's all fine, that he's also discovering it with his dirty feet. That's all part of it. It's just him exploring this new thing. So I can also show it to him. Ooh, good man. There's a truck. There's a truck. You ready for some treats? So he's very interested in it. Not showing that many stress signals besides the fact that he's spooked because of the truck. And then I just put some treats in there. I usually just use my normal feed, the Daily Complete. And then he searched for it. And I'm not helping him. This is a big part of the brain games as well. If you do them the way they're supposed to be done, they're designed to be done. This is all him. This is his game with his brain. He's working very hard right now. He's searching, he's exploring. He might think to use his feet again. He might use his nose mostly. He might use his tongue mostly. He might use his eyesight mostly. He might even use his ears to hear where the treats are. But this is him exploring this game. And my job is not to show him where the treats are, but to guide him when he needs help. And when he needs help, he'll have his head towards me or away. Good man. This is also when it might be empty. With more treats it's also easier, so Very nice, Aslan. And it is a difficult game because the clovers and the flowers don't really move away that far, so he still has to search. So it is a good game. Good man. So you can see he's really using his nose to find the treats. It's not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. He's really going for it, so that's great. You're mostly just exploring, you're not even trying to get the treats. And you can see the blinking, which is already a sign that this is difficult for him mentally, that it might be a lot. And it's also my job to, if it does get too much but he's just too motivated by the treats, that's also why I take a low value treat, not like apples or carrots, because then he'll go crazy for them. Yeah, some frustration or some problem solving, try to get them out. So if it's gonna be too much, I can also guide him away, give him a break. And those brain game sessions don't really last that long anyway. 5 minutes is already a lot when you do this. And it will also tire your horse in a way that a physical training might only do in like half an hour. So you're really asking a lot from your horse's brain, which also teaches them a lot. But you really shouldn't underestimate this. Good man. So when he's asking for my help too much, I'll guide him away, because that is a sign that it's time to stop. Now he just looked at me twice, but still immediately continues. So that's fine. And you can see that Aslan is a skilled brain gamer. So we'll see what Lindy does next. Good man. Yeah, that's also a way. Now you have a little burrito. Yeah, now they're all on one side. It's pretty clever. Very smart. So when you roll it over, all the treats go in the same place, huh? So we're gonna try it with Lindy as well. This is Lindy's first time brain gaming and also her first time alone outside. So I think it would already be very good of her if it would last a few seconds. We're gonna do the same steps. So first I'm gonna introduce it on chest height. Good girl. Some interest, but also already some tension. But also because of the whole situation, not really from the mat. Good girl. It's okay. Taking a break. Good. Good job. Good job. Yeah, Presto is rolling, licking and chewing. So this is already a lot for her, as I predicted. Good job. So again, step 2, exploring it on the ground but with nothing on it. Just a little bit of clay from Aslan's hoofs. Good job. Yeah, you like using your feet with things, huh? Also with the eyes. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah, you can do that. You're in control. I think with both Aslan, but especially with Lindy, it would have been better to use bigger treats with this game, because that would make it a lot easier. But I don't have that. I always just use this. But she's really going for it. And that's also what she does when you give a treat in your hand. She's really, yeah, digging in, like almost attacking your hand with the treats to be able to eat it. There's not a lot of patience, there's not a lot of awareness. And that's what I saw in the first few seconds as well. She's just going for it, moving everything out of her way with her nose and just trying to eat everything. It's not really calm and she's not being self-aware of what she's doing right now. But I think she's doing great. So I'm refilling to prevent frustration, because that can happen quickly with these games, that it gets too much or that the treats are almost empty or running out. So it's important to keep filling it up. But you're doing great, Linnepin. More? Maybe you did do this already. So I can see some wrinkles above her eyes. I can see the blinking. Of course, the whole movement from her mouth is very tensed. I can also see a big truck coming again. There's a lot of construction here right now. It won't be here for another few minutes. But I think that when I'm gonna try and follow her lead, so when she shows me a sign that she's done, I'll take her back, because I do think that's gonna be too much. Being here for the first time alone, even though she's this close to Aslan, and doing brainworks probably for the first time, and then also a truck passing us, that might be too much. And I can also see in her facial expressions that it is too much. Or not, but it is a lot. Oh, the truck went another way, so we can stay for a little while, because I do want to wait for her signals. I want her to be aware of that as well, that I listen to her. So I'm trying to see if I can just gently guide her away while making her feel like it was her decision. Landy. Landy, kijk. Yeah. Good girl, let's go. Yes, nice. So we're gonna try the blue ball. There it is. The paddock isn't as clean as it was in the last video, because the person who has the chore for today still has to come. I am gonna shovel it onto a pile after this, but just to let you know, it wasn't just for the video that I cleaned it up. That happens every day. I'm gonna take the halter off, because I just left you with this. Sorry, Lynn. Ooh, difficult with one hand. And your big brother with his face in the camera again. So Pina is getting presto. He also wants to join. And then we're gonna get the hay net out of this one. Yeah, it's nice because it's also clean and pretty empty. Sometimes they leave a lot of hay in there as well, the horses. You're already ready for whatever's gonna happen. Yeah, you're my good boy. Yeah, you're gonna love this. You're gonna know this game. Yeah. You little clown. You little clown. You're silly. You're silly. You're silly. Just coming yet? No. Let's see if you want to join us, Presto. Come. Ooh. Come. And Aslan knows. Yes. Okay. Something come out? You have to get it out of the corner. Angry. Like this? Yeah, what is that? are difficult. Instant anger. Be kind. Be kind. Lindy can be here too. Lindy can be here too. She can watch. Okay, so it is a difficult game. And I do think it makes it even more difficult with the corners. But to be fair, Aslan isn't really that good in this game. In the previous barn we had a horse who could just very gently make it turn around and roll a little bit, and then all the treats would come out. And Aslan just hasn't mastered this skill yet. But it does keep them busy, which was basically the goal, just to get them a little bit more enrichment. And I'm sure Aslan will eventually think, this is too difficult, I'm gonna go. And then another horse might shine in this, might be really good at the game. A lot of anger, huh? A lot of anger. But I'm sure we can also, once in a while, just put it on the ground after it's cleaned. Because I think that might reduce some frustration. But I do think it's a nice addition. So, while we've cleaned the ground, Aslan has been fixating on the ball. And as you can see in his behavior, this treat might still be a little bit too high value. He's really protecting it and not letting the other horses near it. Now he's just searching for treats with me. Might be easier. So then he's accepting that Macho is giving it a go. But yeah, I'm sure that, yeah. Let's see, careful. So we might want to try other treats with less sugar, but a lower value, so that Aslan can share, because it's supposed to be a nice enrichment and not something to resource guard or whatever. So we're gonna take it out again, just to make sure that he doesn't do this the whole day, and eventually it will also be empty, and then it will just cause more frustration. So we're gonna protect him from that and protect the other horses from Aslan. So I do think this is a nice game, but we still have to fine-tune how we're gonna use it in the herd. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. And you'll see that in one of the next vlogs, so I hope to see you in that.